Hey everybody, welcome back and thank you for returning to another episode of Master Pizza 707 featuring PUBG on Xbox One content. I'm really stoked and very excited to share this amount of content that I have for you today, involving the new map of Sanhok, whichever way you want to say it. uh, in this description, I win this chicken dinner with my close family associates of the Master Pizza team when it's just the four of us. Right here at the last moment, I pull a grenade. I knocked one dude and bag him with that frag grenade. Bang, win the game. We win together, we play together, we communicate, and we dominate the enemy team. Everything's going really great. It's moving really at a superb motion right now here in PUBG on Xbox One. There are still a few glitches and foul ups, but it's moving along nicely. The Beretta never fails to send it on this rock, and I love it. It's great. Especially in a duo. It's like, who really cares? I've gotten pretty much farther and beyond the point of caring about all level of seriousness in this game, though I am still very competitive in this nature. I firebomb that guy with the Molotov upstairs. I quickly recover. Hopefully there's an achievement for that sooner or later, because I get a couple of those in this episode. Yeah, I'm kind of a fan of holding down the staircase when I know they're coming up. It's kind of cheap, but whatever. One of our players is out of the game early on in this match, and so we all agreed to burn each other. Aptly, couldn't be more appropriate. Friendly fire when I burn all of us to death with a Molotov. It's just so much fun. They've really upped the strength on that weapon, that throwable. So what you will witness in this episode is that I work the VSS a lot throughout the duration of this scene and throughout this video. The VSS is increasingly becoming more and more my favorite weapon. It's a double up as an auto, a sniper, a single shot. Yeah, so welcome to the jungle, baby. You're gonna die. I have had this digital camo puff coat ever since I unlocked it, like probably 5 months ago. And upon the release of 1.0 on the 4th this month of September, there has never been a greater piece of camouflage that I've been able to have and utilize to my advantage. So far, I've lately been the only guy I've seen with this coat. I've seen the snowy sort of gray-white variation of this coat. It served me very well. This is the first game, as mentioned, the first game of the day, first match, first time playing this map of Sanhok. And the enemy player works me till I'm knocked, when MLB Kalesk hops through the back window and downs him. The Beretta is letting me know that we did a great job, we worked as a team, and we dominated them. Master H was in there, we were all working real good, real solid, and I was super excited to win the first game of the day, first time playing Sanhok map. If I could just re-elaborate a little bit more on how potent and powerful the silenced SLR is in this scene. It's just so freaking strong. I hope they don't change a single part of this weapon. I hope they leave it the way it is, and we can just continue to be vicious with this weapon and execute the targets accordingly. I was trying to go for a bridge trap on this sort of situation in a solo match. This guy thought he was hiding well when I was able to clap him on the hip, laying down behind those 50-gallon drum barrels. Here's another example of me hiding upstairs, totally overrunning the stairwell and preventing anyone else from trying to rush in and do the same. It's pretty sneaky, it's pretty cheap, but I mean, hey, we do what we gotta do, right? So I hear this guy shooting. I stand up, take him out by the hay stand, and quickly get down back for cover. I was so fortunate in this game to have stepped out of that building from the last two scenes ago where I got the dude on the staircase. I came out, found a cargo drop, and got totally hooked up. The Mini 14 is such a brutal weapon. I love it, dude. A lot of sniper DMRs silenced in this video. I was able to get a frag kill on the guy upstairs. He knew I was there. I waited for him for a long time, and that was the second grenade attempt that I cooked for him and got him on the second one. This dude, I left him totally clueless, top 5 situation. Just wrecked him with the Mini 14. I don't even think I used the Groza even one time. I still like to have that gun, even though it's such a hardcore sprayer. You know, the recoil on that gun is so intense. I just had to make sure that I make my well-placed shots with the Mini 14 as possible. It was another Hail Mary grenade shot back there. It was really great to see that happen. This guy's getting fried in the blue. I just laid him down with the SKS. This SKS scene right here, I barely could see the guy. Even through a red dot, I was able to put him down at a major distance. I can't tell you how many meters that was, but it was pretty freaking far. So increasingly again on this map, perhaps my new favorite DMR is the QBU. Again, I'd just like to say, if they change any part of this gun, might they change the damage table, that's fine, but please, PUBG Corporation, Pizza Slap You 707 humbly requests that you do not change the recoil action on this weapon. It is just the lightest recoil gun in the game, in my opinion, unless you've got a silenced SCAR or a silenced M4. I accidentally shot Johnny Blaze right there. I felt really bad about that, but chop it up to war as hell, because it really is. I accidentally shot him, which definitely knocked him. It wasn't a friendly fire count, but it definitely aided in knocking my partner. I quickly asked him if he's got meds. He's plunging in the health kit right now. Right here is a slow burn as we creep up to the top of this hill. I sweep left, and again, the QBU is just so brutal. I really hope that with the bipod that's on the end of this weapon, that maybe I might recommend that when you lay down in prone position with that gun, that it actually extends the bipod. The animation does, but I'm hoping that they can actually take away the recoil or the sway of the gun, you know, to really enhance that gun and make it even more OP. This bridge trap was spectacular. We absolutely destroyed all 4 guys in that scene. And bridge trapping is probably my second favorite thing to do, especially when it comes to this map here on Erangel. I pop out the front tires with the UMP on this dude in the buggy, take him out of the game. It was just so much fun bridge trapping. That was another scene. So again, perhaps number one thing I love most about PUBG is doing the Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, you know, Road Warrior style battles. This guy makes a break for it like any person would do. You're heavily outnumbered 3-1, hop in the UAZ, get going. Unfortunately, we lit him and his Jeep up enough to the point where he is chooching hard. There is smoke billowing out of the back of that machine, and he is running scared for his life, shaking in his boots, headed for the trees. I quickly throw in another clip to the UMP when I lay down the hammer on that trigger, and boom! Going out in a blaze of glory. We all died shortly after that scene, which kind of sucks, but hey, it was a lot of fun. I was able to get some real juicy grape-flavored headshots. I don't know about headshots, but really good all-sniper match. Later on, I have a clipped segment of this end game for what happens next in this match. And so this is going to be like sort of a recycled footage that I'll be using at the end of this video. But again, this was just such a great all-sniper fight that I wanted to double feature some of the instant replays, if you will, of this match, because it was really intense. We lost Beretta in this match, but he was still being on point, being a top-notch spectator, and any good team has a really good point man as far as spectating. The VSS is so brutal, I can't say it enough. And a Pizza Slap You 707 video is just not a quality video unless I get a solid pizza slap featuring in the film. So this guy and I and Beretta all land at the cave spot here on Sanhok, and before we decide to go in, this guy hesitates to jump in, and none of us have weapons, and I was able to catch him with a sharp left hook before swiftly taking him out of the game. So this guy was at the dumpster truck bed trying to work me for like 2 minutes when he finally went for the jump shot, and even for the Mini 14, I was able to neutralize the situation. And I just laughed and pointed because he tried very hard. I wasn't trying to rub it in. It's just the way the game goes. Beretta addresses to me, "Don't fire. We're not even here. Let's get the drop on these dudes. So he takes point. I closely follow behind with the SKS and the over-under shotgun. When the first enemy anticipates our attack and lays down in part of the rice field, I was able to drop him. He drops Beretta when I come through with the over-under. Right to the face, dude. That gun is so powerful. In my opinion, the over-under shotgun is the strongest shotgun, and I can't even tell you why. I don't know if it does more or less damage, but it's really strong, and I love that gun. It's a great alternative if you're short on a secondary weapon. I quickly dropped Beretta and M16 because we know they're coming. I dropped this dude with the UMP when I turned the corner, and Beretta finishes his partner. It was such a well-calculated move. Beretta says, "This guy's up in that high tower. Let's get him." I quickly equip a firebomb. Disco Inferno, baby. He's on fire from downtown. Took him out of the game. I really love the Molotov. It's just so dangerous. Like, I've burned myself many, many times, and it's just such a highly effective weapon. I love using it any chance I can get. Again, the coat, the digital puff coat camo came in so good in gear with what I needed it to do. Hiding in these pond fronds or whatever you call those bushes, little bushes, is really able to cloak me in my environment. I use black pants, digital camo puff coat when I take that dude down. Again, with the QBU, it's such an incredibly well-rounded, effective DMR that I would take that over the QBZ any day of the week. One's an auto, one's a semi-auto. But again, the quick draw with how fast you can pull that trigger, I mean, just work with it. It's a very efficient weapon. Very strong killing machine indeed. We surveyed the area a little bit more. I noticed another guy flanking at this degree, and I was able to bag that dude again with another headshot from the QBU. I really love this gun. It's like my top 3 weapons: SLR, VSS, QBU. Semi-snipe auto class weapons. The other 2 not so much, but the VSS definitely. You put that extended mag onto the VSS, you can make your tap shots, you slap in an auto, aim for the hips, and hold down that trigger. And hold down on the left thumbstick or the right thumbstick, and just, you know what I mean? Go from the ground up. Shoot from their belt line up. Aim for that pistol holster and go up, because you can just really chop them up with that gun. It's so incredibly dangerous. I love it. So again, as I mentioned previously in this video, this is the final match for this segment, in which we are in an open field on the map of Miramar, when we come to an open field all sniper situation. We're in the top 17 right now. We're slowly working them. Everyone's got a snipe at this point. In fact, if I can recall, there is not one close quarter encounter throughout the duration of this segment. So I noticed that one of my team players is down, and I quickly throw a smoke nearby him, which can double up as 2 things. Trick the enemy into thinking that he is in the smoke, or if it landed on my partner, it would semi-protect him. It doesn't always work. So a random smoke is often better than a on-target smoke. We both take cover at this hay pile right here. We're quickly trying to figure out where everyone is. We're sharing information. We're trying to stay well communicated and fully informed as to where the enemies are and which degree, involving the compass. As I sway left, I'm trying to figure out where these shots are coming from. I know that stuff's going on my right side. Again, when I go back into the replay of a former scene with the SKS, this guy is taking cover. He's getting lit. He's spilling grape juice all over the place. Switching that color blind mode is really cool. Although I'm becoming kind of partial to it, I do kind of miss the original default setting. It makes me wish that maybe in the future I'll probably perhaps switch back to the default red blood coloring. This guy's right on the edge of the tree along with the blue line, in this case green. I make the shot for a knock with the SKS. He's slowly bumping around back there. I land 2 more shots, and he just didn't have the health to cut it. His teammates weren't around. Again, emphasizing more on the fact that this is an all sniper situation, which is actually, in my opinion, the highest dangerous scenario that any PUBG player can get themselves into. all the tricks come into play, all of your skills, all the lessons you've learned playing up to this point really boils down to how well you can operate with different optic scopes, different rifles, different weapons here in this game of PUBG. I'm having to make the best educated shots I can with the high wheatgrass that's in my face, in the scope, in the lens. It's really confusing. Number one trick is to just put a stream of bullets in front of the target's trajectory. If they're running in a line, you want to be like 4 or 5 body molds in front of your target. So lay a stream in front of your target and they will connect with the bullets eventually. It's just kind of a tip that I use in every single game, sniper fight or not. So it's boiling down. It looks like 3v3 perhaps. You know, we're getting really down to it. There's only a couple of dudes left. That guy in the ghillie suit has no clue what's going on. I bag him with the VSS and just let her rip with those 9s. I am a pro advocate of hoarding as much ammunition for all guns as possible. You can see I have 3 different types right there in my inventory. I'm only concerned with getting his 3 bag and 3 helmet at this point. I'm needing exactly what it takes to crush a 3v1 situation. Beretta and those who are communicating in the end of this game are quickly addressing to me and the rest of our players through the headset that this guy was seen last hiding in that hay bale stack underneath that wooden roof structure. I quickly switch my grenades over to frag. I move in for the Hail Mary kill shot with that frag grenade. I fell pretty short on that one. It is now evident to him that he is spotted and he is heavily outnumbered. I quickly drop my dick to the dirt, get back up, take a second shot. That grenade landed right at his feet when he bailed just a little bit too early. And he comes out. I'd go for the flush. I flush him out when I think Johnny Blaze wins the game. And again, we win together. So you guys tell me what you think about the new map. I can't wait for War Mode coming in October. My name is Pizza Slappy 707. And as always, keep on slapping.